Hello, hello, and welcome to Monday Morning Business Foreplay inside Potapalooza today. So today our guest is going to be ChewHoong, and I am so grateful for the opportunity to sit with you a little bit. I am not the best at sales, and so I think that this is going to be a very informative conversation we're having. I'm really looking forward to getting your free gift too. So let's remember at the end to do that. But let's start with this. How about you tell the people who are here today, who maybe this is their first time meeting with you or seeing you, how about you tell them who you are and what brought you to the work that you're doing today?
Yeah, thank you, Coleen. And first thing, thank you for having this platform for people to come together, especially on Monday morning,
Yes.
to be able, just the idea of that, you want to start the day, right? Start the week really jazz up. I call it wake up groovy. And if you do that on Monday, it can sustain you, how to sustain it during your week. And especially if you have your own business, and your own boss, you got to be able to know how to do that. And so I especially love supporting coaches and speakers who to figure out what's missing in attracting the ideal clients, in enrolling them so that they can make consistent money month after month. Otherwise, you're going to have a very expensive hobby versus a thriving business.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that consistency is key. And so when we're talking about a sale, about making sales, I think that there are all kinds of things you can get. You can go Google different classes and scripts and things like that. But I don't think that that's always the problem.
Right.
And so I think, ChewHoong, that sometimes maybe it's internal, but you're the expert. And so why don't you talk to us a little bit about the energetics of sales and your point of view on that?
Yeah, thank you. And Tony Robbins, I always remember in his booming voice, he said, 20% of business is related to business tactics and strategies and all that. 80% is internal psychology piece. When I heard that, I was like, I had a knee-jerk reaction because I knew there's some, your mindset, you got to have a very strong that, but 80% towards the success, that's huge. That's huge. And for me, coming from a culture where if I were to say, oh, I have an emotional challenge or mental challenge, I would be considered a big loser. We just don't talk about that. And so for me, I found that especially in sales, I have a big F because I was not trained. I mean, I have expertise in what I do, but sales, I was never expert with that. But however, when you choose to be your own business person, you choose to have to do that, right? And so it's almost like, I say, okay, I got to put on, they call it a big girl pants, right? And sort of figure it out. And I already spent thousands of dollars in external. And true, there are sales scripts out there and all that. Take it what it is, make it your own, because it's very important. Okay. And then there's external piece. That piece is now, how do you know that's not working? When you're in a place where I have clients who basically say that I have conversations, like for example, 10 conversations a week, and I could only sell one, and sometimes zero. And I'm like, week after week after week. And we check off that you have this right sales script, you know what to say, what to do, but it's the internal piece. And so this is where my expertise comes in, to be able to go in and find a hidden problem. And usually it's come from a place of not good enough, not deserving enough, not valuing self. All right. And for me, it was, and because of that, the reason why she couldn't sell was because she was concerned that what if I get clients and I cannot fulfill on the promise of it, because the record internally is I'm not good enough. So all I'm saying is that, something is better if you work with a coach to support you, because when it's internal programming, if you have a long time, this is what is about.
I love that. And I think too that part of the reason that resonates with me is because I've always had a disdain for salespeople, for salesmen, especially at car dealerships. And I think that because that's my internal script, when I go into a sales call, that's still playing in the background. But I have heard, ChewHoong, that you have something that can help me through that if I will just utilize it, And I want you to share that because one of the things we do on Monday Morning Business Foreplay is we give to our audience a tool, a resource, or a strategy every week that will move the needle in their business that week. But yours is better than that. Yours is going to move the needle before the sales call right away. So if their sales calls this afternoon, they could take care of this internal issue before then, correct?
Correct. To some extent, okay? You still have to go to deal with that. But in the meantime, I guess I still have to go do my business, right? And so what you're going to do, you want to book yourself 5 minutes before the sales call and just do this audio visualization. I will guide you through it. And basically, it's like get into a picture of what do you want to see happen in that sales call. Play it out like a movie and the best outcome you want to be. And when you do that, at least you go in with this excitement, optimism, fully that I'm the expert, I can, and then if you do this piece, it will support you. And the nice thing, you can do it with your eyes closed, with the eyes open, while you're driving, while you're walking. That's the power of this wonderful visualization.
I love that, ChewHoong. And the thing is that's our gift, guys. That is her gift to you today. I'm going to make sure that it is attached anywhere that you see this video. It will be in the section beneath it or in the comments or in the description. Make sure that you grab that. And then really, if you struggle with sales and you're not sure why, think about it. Maybe it is something internal. And if you think even for a second that maybe it is, reach out. We're going to put all of her contact information in. Reach out to her and just book an appointment with her. Get the help that you need because really it's your business. And if you're not going to step up and make the necessary changes to make it successful, it will never be successful. This has been Monday Morning Business Foreplay inside Potapalooza. And I appreciate you being here with us today, ChewHoong.
Thank you, Coleen. And I'm so excited to be able to participate in this. And again, for you to have this platform for people to feel safe, to be able to ask the questions, to get support and all that. So thank you. And if I can leave one thing is to let people know that when you show up consistently, your clients will show up predictably.